heart sounds. It was so bad. And breath sounds. So what she did is she laid him on a bed with his head hanging over. She got 4 liters of cold water and held it up high, and she slowly poured the water right here, and it ran over his head into a basin on the floor. When she was done, the asthma attack was gone. Now, I was teaching in South Africa in a place called Uchee, and it was a 3-week seminar, and towards the 3rd week, one of my students stopped coming to classes. And I asked, what's wrong with, oh, she's not feeling well. Well, it got pretty bad. I says, look, what's her problem? She's got a headache. She's got a migraine headache. And have you ever had a migraine headache? Let me tell you some of the main causes of migraine headaches. Wine, chocolate, and cheese. Now, I'm not particularly down on chocolate, but those 3 things have something in them that cause many people to have a migraine headache. This woman was been laying in the bed for a few days with so much pain. Everything that I had recommended for people to do hadn't worked. I said, okay, one last thing. Have her come to my room, to the bathroom that I had. And it was a big room, there was a shower there. I had her sit in the chair and lean over, and I did the same thing. 4 liters of cold water, and I poured it slowly on the back of her neck until all the water was gone. And then I took the wand down, turned it on all cold, lifted up her feet, and sprayed the bottom of her feet. It was gone. She couldn't believe it. She'd been in bed for days with this migraine headache.
It's cold water or hot water?
Cold water. It's all cold water. The reaction, even I couldn't believe it. And I do this stuff, but when you see it happen, let me just give you one more. This isn't about allergies. But folks, I believe in simple remedies. I was doing a seminar at a university in America, and one of the people in the seminar left the room. He was having very bad abdominal problems. And one of the nurses that was helping out went out there to see him, and he described what was happening. He's got this terrible pain. She says, what color were your stools this morning when you went to the toilet? They were white. What does that mean when you have white stool? It means your gallbladder isn't working. You're not getting any bile in your intestinal tract. And the treatment of choice is put him in an ambulance, take him to the hospital, and cut that thing out. The young man says, I have no money. I have no insurance. I says, here's what you're going to do. I says, you go back inside. You get a liter of very cold water. Drink the whole thing down and put a hot fomentation, that means a hot towel, over your liver area. It was completely gone. And I saw him a year later. He was perfectly fine. See what happens, sometimes when you're drinking a lot of cold water, your gallbladder flushes. And whatever the stones that were in there are all flushed out into the intestinal tract, and he was perfectly fine. And you know how much that cost? Nothing. It was a free treatment. Okay, another thing you can do, if someone's having a really bad allergic reaction, you can stimulate the kidneys. Why would you want to stimulate the kidneys? If someone is having an allergic reaction, you're going to give them a shot of epinephrine, some type of hormone that really fires you up. It's what's in the adrenal glands that sit on top of the kidneys. So how do you stimulate the kidneys or the adrenal glands to release adrenaline? Really quite easy. One, you can stand a person in a shower. You can take your shower wand, again, cold water, and spray that area of the body. The percussion, the physical percussion, and the cold water itself will stimulate the adrenals to release adrenaline, which is what's going to help them with their allergic reaction. Another thing you can do is, over where the adrenals are, you do a treatment. What I like to do is use my fingertips or my cupping of hands, and I just I just go over there, just really lightly, pumping, 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 pump, 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 pump. This will cause the adrenal glands to release adrenaline, or another word for it is norepinephrine, and the allergy attack is gone. Whole lot better than getting the stick from the doctor.
Why cold water? I mean, cold water is like a shock for the body, isn't it?
And that's exactly what you want.
Oh, okay.
You see, when you get a shock, if you're, let's say this weekend you're going to go way up north, and you're walking along having a great time, and one of those icebergs brought a polar bear with it. And you turn around the corner, and there's the polar bear. What are you going to go into? What we call shock. You're going to go into a sympathetic nervous system reaction. And the first thing that happens is your adrenals let go of adrenaline. And your whole body is charged to fight this thing. So that's why we use cold. It's not the most pleasant thing in the world, but neither is an asthma attack or an allergic attack. Now, there is an herb called mullein. You probably don't have it growing here, although in Colorado it's on all the mountains, but if you can find mullein tea, it's very good. It's one of the best things for allergies in the body. There are a number of other herbs for this, but I thought about this one. Another one is lemons. Lemons are very good. Wow, I'm 23 minutes over. Lemons are very good for allergic reactions. Okay, let's take a 5-minute break. I'm sorry it kept me so long. 5-minute break for those who need to leave or want to leave, and then I'll answer, please, just a few questions. I really got to go to bed tonight. But I'll stay as long as you're willing to ask questions. That's fine with me.